Welcome to the Minecraft Football Leagues Network. And today we have the 2016 season kickoff here against the Newman Wolfpack and the East Monbeek Jaguars. We are at Newman Stadium, and now we'll kick it over to public address announcer Jackson Clymer.
So I'm sure if you're a longtime fan of the MFL, you will probably recognize this scene somewhere or another. This is what got the league started after the first 2 seasons unrecorded, and it's iconic. This was the first game reffed by me against the Newman Wolfpack and the East Monbeek Jaguars.
We'll kick it over to public address announcer Jackson Clymer, also the head coach. So, stand on your feet for the Jaguars.
So this was actually one of the rare occasions or the only season that East Monbeek did go as the Jaguars. They did for a few other seasons, but they eventually ended up switching over to the Blaze.
They're the defending champions, and here come the Wolfpack coming down the hallway. And now, if your blood runs red and if your blood runs blue and white, get on your feet for your.
This was before Newman adopted their famous run out Enter Sandman. That didn't come until later. And this run out was, let's just say it was a bloated attempt. As you can see, he messed up at least 2 times going into it.
For the coin toss.
Ever since we had started the MFL, not even just the recorded seasons, we had done a coin toss back even when it was being only played in JT City with no recording, no nothing, smaller fields, everything. The coin toss was always there. And usually you would just flip something, like a little insight, just flip a little pin or something to see where we would go.
And he's going to fail catch it, and he'll be down at the 1. No, he'll be in the end zone for a touchback.
Something interesting I realized about this is Jackson actually called a fair catch, which we've never seen in the league before. Only this one game. Now we just say touchback. Another funny thing about this first drive is that it was actually 3 and out to start the league, and that's basically unheard of now. It's very rare to see a first drive of a game either go for a 3 and out or just not get a first down at all.
So it'll be 4th down, and they will punt it away.
Hold on, I get back. Cal, you have to make sure that if I catch you.
And that will be out of bounds.
So as you can see, Jackson lands right in front of Howard, which was his first mascot before he even switched over to Mike. Kind of like how East Monbeek was the Jaguars until they switched to the Blaze. These are all very early things.
Yep, right here.
One of the most glaring things in this game is that Jackson was truly immersed in the game like he always has been. As you can see, after every single defensive stop he got, he clapped out loud for the camera.
Right here. No, right here.
And 4th down.
Jackson was really making it sound like my bedroom at night during this game. So basically for the next couple of minutes of the game, it's an offensive shootout. Newman runs to score the first touchdown, as you can see right here. He shoots off the fireworks. And he runs through the whole stadium, which I found interesting. And one thing I did find interesting is that, if you can see right here in this clip, we use just the regular red sand instead of the sandstone, which is weird in my opinion. But that's just something that happened. Start to open your eyes to all the different stuff that we had in the beginning.
Wait.
Go.
Go.
He moved.
No, incomplete. Incomplete.
You can't move, Mason. If you keep.
Wait, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I saw him move. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
As you can see in this last clip, after Jackson gives us a rendition of his clapping that he did multiple times, you could see this was the era of the he moved, and I think that's what kind of gave us the thing that had us to have multiple refs, so we could make sure that people are, doing what they're supposed to be doing, because it was a common thing for people to move back then to try to get the complete pass.
First down.
First! I got him!
No huddle.
Nope.
No huddle. Set. Hut.
Oh, this game has so many firsts. You also see the first no huddle here, which Jackson loudly exclaimed for everyone. And that really started the cadences. Although it had been going on in the game, that was the first, very big one I see.
So this to make it a touchdown lead. It's good. Dude, I landed in my locker room.
So I think this game, what it kind of signified, other than just being the first game of the MFL recorded on YouTube, was a milestone for the league. Because before this, we had played unregulated on different sides fields. Just everything was not regulated. But this is when we started getting the structure that the league thrives on now. And we lost a member going into this season. In season 1 and 2, we had Charleston, Yellow Jackets, played by one of my friends, and that was kind of what made the league so interesting the first season and second season, 3 and 4, is that there was just 3 teams, so you would be playing the same 2 teams every single week. And that made it interesting too, because I kind of liked it, because it's a very hyper competition level, because everything is on the line for everyone. There's no throwaway teams like we have now, and there's no super teams like we have now. I mean, yeah, I did thrive that season. I did have the best record. I did win the Creeper Bowl. Spoilers, sorry. But we all competed against each other, and that's what I liked about it. And this game was very significant because obviously YouTube, which really went on to grow the league over 1,000 videos, I think, of the MFL. But just to build on what we had already started and kind of refine the craft, if that makes sense. And that's what this series is going to be about. It's going to be about explaining and commentating and giving insight to what the MFL grew and how it became. And as you could just see there, Mason just moved. And yeah. Probably one of the most overpowered aspects of this era of the MFL is that the deep pass was obviously utilized very, very heavily, because you could pass the end zone and just score off of that every play. That's kind of what I did in the earlier seasons. And also rushing was easier because of there wasn't a holding rule, so you could just run and hit, which we didn't see a lot of in these first 2 seasons. But then later on, when a lot of new members were added, like Ashton City, we saw a lot of it, and it got kind of plagued the league, so we started to implement these new rules, which prevented all this. So now we were getting to the part of the game where it really started to heat up. This game really started to get big towards the end of it, and it did get controversial as it ended. And Mason, my bad. East Mindbake had the chance to score the touchdown, and as you can see, they do here. And yes, they get in, so they scored the touchdown, and that sets up for a dramatic ending, which ended up in the first conflict in the MFL on the first game, which was surprising to me.
No,
Not
dude,
really.
it's to make it a 3-point ball.
So the situation in this clip, following this clip, you're just watching the sped up version now, is that Mason East Mindbake, needed to score a touchdown. And we were debating if he should be able to throw it and just land and run, or if he had to land on a line. And we didn't set this rule in stone yet, so it was very controversial. And you'll see what happens. I'll let the clip run through, just so y'all can watch.
Incomplete.
With 4 seconds.
Second down.
Mason's just not good at clock management. I mean, you
No,
have...
this is third down.
Yeah.
Third down. He's horrible at clock management. No good.
So 4th down.
Fourth down. This
I
is
mean...
the game here, Mason.
Yeah, I
You
mean...
should have used better clock management.
Yeah, dude, this is the last play of the game. Hold on. Here, let me go deep. Mason, when it lands, you can run with it, okay? Tao, do we want to... yeah.
No.
No, Tao, give him a chance. Give him a chance. We can let
Okay.
him... Tao, like, come onto the field.
But it has to land on a line. Oh, he did it! He did it! He did it!
Oh, no! Tao, wait, Tao, what do we want to say? Do we want to say, or do we want to redo it and say he can't?
So immediately after this miracle touchdown by East Mindbake, Jackson tried to make the argument that he couldn't do that, tried to take back what he put in place, and I stupidly agreed to that, even though I shouldn't have. But then something went for a turn.
I said that as a suggestion, like, do we want to say that he has
really
a shot?
Too hard to do for
Yeah,
you.
because I mean, when you think about it, if he throws it short, I have to then run, and he gets the momentum.
Okay, Mason, you have to come over here to your third again.
Okay, Mason, but he'll.
Why?
No, Mason. But the bad thing is, if you throw it short, it's a touchdown. So you if we do we agree that he can do it, but he has to throw it as deep as he can.
Yeah.
So I can make a play on it.
No, it has to be.
Mason, no, you can't do that.
I would like to
Can't do
point
that,
out
go
here
back.
how Jackson
You have to-
swings
you
at
have to
him, but
arch
he
it.
reluctantly
be up in the air.
moves back, which hints at what's going to happen
Can't,
at the end of this game.
It has to be past me right now.
Can I get into the end zone?
Yeah, I think so. Go. Tao, you're rude. Wait,
He
wait,
didn't arch it. He didn't
wait.
arch
He's
it.
on creative. He's on creative.
What?
Okay.
And here it is, a moment that will live in MFL history. Mason was on creative the whole time. And let's see how we react to this as me and Jackson as the impromptu reffing staff.
Okay, that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Okay.
Fourth down.
That's a penalty.
Fourth
Jackson
down.
automatic win. No, that's actually Jackson already win. I didn't even know I was on creative.
And that's it,
No.
folks. After a dramatic finish, Newman wins. Newman wins. Newman.
And that was it. After a very dramatic ending, a Jackson clapping sequence, and Mason yelling at us, you got the whole package here. And Jackson reluctantly proclaiming his win over the yelling and screaming between me and Mason. And it ended chaotically. The video ends there. And honestly, that's how the MFL was summed up. It was chaotic. It was dramatic. But that's what made it good. And after the cameras stopped, I saw in the comments of the video 4 years ago, 2016, it said it got ugly after that. And from what I can remember, yes it did. So that is it for this first episode of the MFL Story. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all want more videos, please like and comment. I'll be doing every significant game of the MFL, so I'll be doing big games. If you have any suggestions for games, please drop them down below. Thank you if you watched the whole video, and I'll see y'all later.